So I am a double major in political science, diaspora, transnational students. I'm a fourth year student here at UofT. So I fall under the arts and science category. What I've heard so far, most of the information I've been receiving has been through QP3902, on the website, on their Facebook page rather, Students for QP3902, and they've been keeping us updated on a lot of the information. The only information I received from the university is a Blackboard post on Portal and an email. And the issue with that, I find, is that we're not really receiving a lot of information from the university on what the next steps are and what students can be doing.
I feel that many undergraduate students are misled by the official university communications, and that this is self-evident to them as time goes on. They're being told that it's business as usual and that the strike is not expected to disrupt any services, but they come to school, they find their classes are cancelled, and they see the picket lines.
And do you think business is going on as usual?
1 year is nice.
For some people, but
yeah, it's hard to say. It's hard to say. I think that's what, the university wants us to believe.
I'm hoping to apply to for a master's in physiotherapy.
I'm hoping to go to the Eric Jackman Institute for education, master's in education.
Okay. So you might be TAs.
We could be TAs.
We could be.
That's very true. And it's interesting to think about that.
It was cool. I joined Strike Line this morning.
Wow.
There was a great sense of camaraderie and solidarity in that, and it did make that potential for me to be a TA and for me to potentially be on strike a greater reality for me.
So I'm an undergraduate TA, so I'm both a member of QP3902 and a student whose own classes and tutorials have been cancelled. So I feel like I can relate to frustrations from both sides, and I feel like one of the things that the undergraduate student population here has been kept in the dark about is why the administration has not been coming to the table, or why they weren't meeting with the union properly before the strike deadline. So last semester, when I was thinking about who to ask for references, I realized that the people who knew me best and who I was closest to and who had the highest amount of faith in my abilities, who were familiar with my work, were all TAs.
In large classes where you need a tutorial, those tutorials are just the most important part of that class. And I think I wrote in my review of the class that that was the thing I needed. I needed more time with my TAs because they were the ones who were able to break things down for us, and because you're in a smaller group, you're able to really pinpoint issues that students are having, whereas in big lectures, you don't know what the students are thinking, you have no idea.
So I'm Yolene. I'm the president of UTSU, the University of Toronto Students Union.
And what do you think are a couple of the key issues around the strike from an undergrad perspective that aren't really being heard or understood?
Well, I'm frustrated that the university doesn't really seem to care about undergrad students or education, as well as about graduate students. Our courses, hundreds of courses have been canceled, but they're not really acknowledging that as an issue, in addition to our labs and our tutorials and, the marking of our work. And yet the university is saying that, things are generally continuing as normal.
My favorite part about being a TA is actually teaching, in tutorials and trying to help my students through the course concepts and whatnot. I get so much personal gratification out of that. I always try and come up with jokes and finding more engaging ways of teaching things, and it's just something that really makes me feel good.
One of my classes are actually taught by a TA, the actual course itself. So that entire course, unfortunately, it's a mandatory course for 5 different programs.
Wow.
So to not have that course is actually really difficult on the students, and we recognize that we really need the strike to be over as soon as possible. We really want the university to begin bargaining, come back to the table. We need that class to graduate. There's 5 different programs that need it. TAs are not only teaching you in tutorials, but often are actually teaching your entire course.
Undergrad, it's your time. come and join our picket line.
We strike to win!